Second 10, boss. Left there, Sammy. Got it.
Sam, talk about what your expectations are this season, Geneseo Blue Devils basketball.
Well, I think that the expectation has been and is that we win a sectional title this year.
Talk about, what are some of the positives you've seen out there right now?
Well, coming into the season there were some, negatives and stuff with injuries, but now that the team is together and working hard, it's looking very promising.
Who are some of the kids to watch out for on this team this year?
I think we have an excellent starting six. Ben Kelly, Mo Carlon, obviously, Brian Rollins, Elton Johnson, and Jimmy Root.
Obviously, Mo, talk about Geneseo's season this year. What's your expectations?
Hopefully win sectional this year. Hopefully.
Talk about what it's going to take to get to that title.
Well, we're going to have a lot of people filling in a lot of shoes, like we lost Wesley, all those guys returning, and hopefully we have a lot of juniors that can hopefully come up and show that they belong on the floor.
Talk about your role in this team. Obviously, you're a spark plug up top. Talk about what your role is to Geneseo.
Well, hopefully, try to get opportunities and open up the flow so I can get guys involved, because I know I can do that to benefit the team. So hopefully I can do that.
Talk about, it seems like you and Sam are working real well out there together. Talk about that.
Sam is a pretty big guy, so he's a big target, and my goal this year is just try to open up the flow so he can cut through and have a lot of passes thrown to him in the middle so he can get a lot of chances. It's not much people that are tall as him can actually handle the ball pretty well, so.
Give me some teams that you guys are going to give you guys a challenge this year. Who are you expecting some games from?
I think York is the big one this year.
Talk about that York game. Obviously, they got the best year a couple times last year. Talk about that rematch this year a couple times.
Well, it's absolutely the thing on everybody's mind, and it's the goal this year during the regular season. And we think we can do it, and we're going in there optimistic.
Coach, obviously this season's a big season for Geneseo. You got some size with Sam Lofquist. Talk about, got some great play at the point guard and guard spots, a lot of good experience, a lot of returners. What's your expectations?
Our expectations are high this year. We're looking for league titles, sectional titles. There's a lot of obstacles though. York is returning a lot of players. They're very tough this year. But we're setting our goals high. Guys are working hard. Sammy is a big presence in the paint. Mo and Brian have been working really hard outside. And we've had a few injuries to start with Willie Kingston and Ben Kelly, but the guys are working really hard.
Talk about the league. It's not only competitive, it's pretty balanced this year. Talk about that.
Yeah, there's some tough teams. Warsaw's dropping down Division III this year, and they got some big guys that can shoot the ball. And Pavilion had a couple new players move in, and Mount Morris's Milford could be one of the best players in the league. And that makes for a lot of balance every night. Should be a tough game. What
would you say the tempo of Geneseo basketball is right now, offensively? What's your flow?
Our tempo needs to be quick. We need to run. We're not quite as deep as last year, but I think we're stronger with our core 7 or 8 guys that'll be getting more minutes.
How special is Mo and Brian Rounds out there together working?
That's a two-headed point guard. Two guys that can play the point. They set each other up. They look for Sammy, they look for Elton and Jimmy Root on the wings. They're both playmakers. They're not so much scorers as they are playmakers, and they work hard on defense. Their defense is their priority.
Jimmy Root and Jake Cook look pretty good too. Jake came up a little last year. It looks like Jimmy Root and him work well together. Talk about that duo.
Jimmy had a great summer. He worked hard. He worked on his shot. He improved his shot quite a bit, and he was already a good slasher going to the basket. Now that he's added a nice consistent jump shot to that, he's going to be a lot tougher to guard. And Jake Cook, he's just a worker. He works hard on defense. He's not worried about scoring. He likes the garbage points where he gets the offensive board putbacks. And, he sets good screens. And, you saw him out there. He's yelling at guys if they're not hitting him in the shoulder coming off the screen. He works hard and does the little things.
What's it mean playing for the Geneseo Blue Devils program? What's this program mean to you?
It means a lot, you know, a lot of family, a lot of people come out and support you, and then hopefully you make them proud by winning games, and hopefully this year they'll win sectional and bring it home. You know, it'd be a real long time that we had that, so hopefully we can do that and try to build up a legacy over here.